So the Georgia Bulldogs got themselves a new wide receiver recruit. However, he is a 3-star receiver coming out of the state of Indiana. Oh, wait a second. This is not a 3-star. Wait a second. This is not a 3-star wide receiver. You have to be lying to me. This is 3-star receiver NiTareon Tuggle. Hold on a second. 6'3", 190, and he's moving like this? Swoop, swoop, no, so cut back, yup, explode out of all that. Nah, I was gonna say, for Georgia to recruit and have a player commit this early who is a 3-star guy out of Indiana, they must have been seeing something that most of these recruiting analysts are not, and it is clear to see. He's 6'3", 190. If he was about 6 foot 170 and he was moving like that, I would be able to understand him more. He is a huge body. And he's just moving effortlessly out here. Great speed, get him up off you. Oh yeah, NiTareon Tuggle is a cheat code. This kid is going to be a monster for Georgia. High point that, give me that, baby him. I'm just speechless. Like when I was looking, I was like, okay, Georgia got a 3-star receiver from Indiana. Like it was kind of weird. Normally, if Georgia's gonna pick up a 3-star recruit, it's from the state of Georgia. It's just like, you know, you're a hometown kid. You know, it's easier to recruit in state. Okay, I understand all that. We're talking about Indiana. Like, and Indiana's not even close to Georgia. I understand fully now why they offered NiTareon Tuggle. This kid is an animal. For him to be able to move as fluidly as he does at 6'3", 190, I'm gonna keep on repeating it because he moves like a 6 foot 170 receiver. So you're getting all the benefits of the height and size on top of him able to move like this, and he's just a great athlete overall. Georgia continues to dominate. Georgia has the #1 recruiting class in the class of 2024 for a reason, and they're showing that they can go out there and get great value recruits. I don't put a lot of weight in the recruiting system. I mean, it's good for like titles, and it's good for like, you know, just getting a general understanding of what type of player that you're getting. But I've been doing this for 6-7 years now. I've seen 5-star guys that I wouldn't even rank as really 4-star guys. I've seen 3-star guys that are definitively 5-star guys. I've seen guys who are unranked who should be in the top 200 players in the country. Like, you know, recruiting analysts just don't always get them right. And to me, NiTareon Tuggle is a bona fide 4-star wide receiver. I mean, just his upside alone makes him a 4-star guy. I understand it's kind of hard to recruit players from Indiana just because you don't probably have a whole lot of recruiting analysts going out to Indiana to look at his tape. But as far as just a pure athlete play, oh, look at the body control on this catch. Nah, that's crazy to first be able to pluck the ball out of the air, but then on top of that, to be able to get the foot in the ground? Hey, all my Georgia Bulldog fans, leave this video a like for NiTareon Tuggle. He is going to be a problem for y'all. The #1 thing I just want to see him work on is his route running. To me, he is classified as a receiver type that I normally am actually not the biggest fan of, which is just the athlete receiver, just the guys who are just big, strong, fast, you know, the guys that get you excited because you're like, oh wow, he's so big and athletic. Normally these guys don't get me that excited, but he has a little bit of something special. I mean, you just don't see guys his size moving as effortlessly as he does. If he's able to really hone in and refine his route running and be able to create separation, not just because of his size and not just because of his speed, but because of his route running, that's where you're going to see him potentially turning into a 1st to 2nd round wide receiver coming out of Georgia. I'm letting y'all know that right now. The change of direction alone makes him just a phenomenal project wide receiver for the Georgia Bulldogs. So the Georgia Bulldogs continue to show that they are going to be steamrolling and leading the way in the 2024 recruiting class. Again, they've already brought in so much talent in the class of 2024. They have the #1 recruiting class, but not only by just pure talent, but by the number of recruits that they already got committed. They're showing that they're going to be the standard of college football heading into this, starting this next decade. The 2020s is looking to be Georgia's just reign. It looks like I don't see them slowing down. The only thing that is a question mark for me is just the quarterback play heading into this next season. But other than that, everything else is already adjusted for. And being able to bring in quality guys like NiTareon Tuggle, first and foremost, I can guarantee you by the end of the season, he will be a 4-star guy. If only because he is a Georgia commit, they will bump him up to a 4-star guy. But his play warrants him very easily being a 4-star wide receiver. He's currently ranked as the 67th best receiver in the country. I don't care who is ahead of him. There's no way that there are 65 players, 66 players better than him. I would have him ranked as a top 20 to maybe even top 15 receiver. I would lean more to top 20 guy. His play and his athleticism, his upside is absolutely limitless, and I'm excited to see what Georgia can turn NiTareon Tuggle into. But I want to hear from all my Georgia Bulldog fans. Comment down below, what is your guys' impression of this receiver? Because I think that I think you have like another George Pickens type of wide receiver, a big athletic receiver that can go up and get the high point ball. It can be that deep threat, but also if he really refines himself and becomes an elite route runner as well, you have an extremely complete and a just dominant wide receiver in the making. But I want to hear from y'all. Comment that down below. Leave this video a like and hit that subscribe button and turn on all your notifications. We are almost on a daily basis covering something that Georgia's doing because they're always making big time recruiting moves. So I want to hear from y'all. So just comment, hit the subscribe button, turn on all your notifications because I want to make sure that this is a place for all Georgia fans to be able to get on the top and on time news about Georgia football. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. I love and appreciate all y'all, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.